Not one penny of Daystar's money was used for our honeymoon.
Joni Lamb's children have made a startling announcement that has exposed deep divisions within their family and raised serious allegations against the Daystar television network. The accusations include claims of financial mismanagement, spiritual abuse, and personal betrayals. This explosive revelation has not only challenged the network's reputation, but also raised questions about trust, accountability, and the future of one of the largest Christian broadcasting organizations. In a dramatic turn of events, Joni Lamb's son, Jonathan Lamb, has publicly criticized the Daystar leadership, a move that has sent shockwaves through the Christian community. Jonathan has expressed serious concerns about financial mismanagement and questionable practices within Daystar, the network he has been associated with for his entire life. He claims that the ministry has strayed from its original purpose, prioritizing personal interests over the spiritual well-being of its followers. One of his most controversial allegations involves the ministry's alleged misuse of funds, particularly in relation to a lavish $100,000 honeymoon that his mother Joni took with her new husband Doug Weiss. Jonathan argues that such expenses compromise the integrity of the organization, which relies on donations from its devoted supporters. The revelations have betrayed the trust of the viewers who contributed to the platform's success, adding to the controversy. Jonathan claimed he felt sidelined by the leadership when he raised concerns about financial decisions, describing a culture where dissenting voices were silenced and transparency was sacrificed for loyalty. This stark contrast to the values the organization was built upon has left many supporters feeling confused and betrayed. The aftermath has been swift, as supporters grapple with conflicting emotions, torn between loyalty to the Lamb family and the troubling allegations about the network's operations. Some applaud Jonathan's courage to speak out, while others are disheartened by the public airing of family grievances. Jonathan has raised serious concerns about the future of Daystar, a faith-based organization. His bold criticism has highlighted important questions regarding accountability, ethics, and leadership responsibilities within such organizations. Specifically, Jonathan has made shocking allegations about a $100,000 honeymoon taken by his mother, Joni Lamb, and her new husband, Doug Weiss. This extravagant getaway has become a central point of controversy, raising questions about the financial ethics within the Daystar television network, which is primarily funded by donations from its devoted viewers. Jonathan claims that using church funds for personal luxuries is inappropriate and a betrayal of the trust placed in the ministry by its supporters. He argues this goes against the values Daystar was founded upon, which were meant to uplift and serve the community, not indulge in lavish lifestyles. The timing of the honeymoon has also raised concerns, coming shortly after the death of Jonathan's father, Marcus Lamb, and the co-founder of Daystar. Jonathan's rapid remarriage to Doug Weiss has led to significant scrutiny, with many questioning whether Daystar should be prioritizing personal indulgences rather than focusing on healing and supporting the grieving family and their audience. Jonathan's allegations have sparked a firestorm of discussion among Daystar's followers, leaving supporters feeling conflicted between their loyalty to the Lamb family and the unsettling nature of these claims. Some have praised Jonathan for his courage in speaking out, while others have expressed disappointment and confusion over the public airing of family disputes. The fallout from this honeymoon scandal extends far beyond financial concerns, raising important questions about accountability and transparency within faith-based organizations. It remains to be seen whether Daystar will address these allegations and restore the trust of its audience, or if this luxurious getaway will become a defining moment in the network's history. Jonathan Lamb's accusations about the $100,000 honeymoon have opened a can of worms that the Daystar community cannot ignore, and the legacy of Daystar hangs in the balance as the story unfolds. The revelation of a tracker placed on Jonathan's car has left many in the Daystar community shocked and concerned. Jonathan Lamb, the son of Daystar founders Marcus and Joni Lamb, has alleged that the network security team secretly placed a tracker on his car. This shocking claim raises serious questions about privacy, trust, and the lengths the Daystar leadership might go to keep tabs on its own family members. Jonathan has been vocal about his concerns regarding the direction of the ministry, especially in light of his allegations about financial misconduct and misuse of funds. The discovery of the tracking device adds another layer of intrigue and concern. Jonathan described how he found the tracker, which he believes was used to monitor his movements and actions, claiming it was an invasion of his privacy and an attempt to intimidate him. Such an act by a ministry that promotes values of faith, trust, and transparency is highly concerning. The allegations made by Jonathan have sparked a wave of discussion and outrage among viewers and followers of Daystar. Many are expressing disbelief that a ministry focused on spiritual growth and community support would resort to such extreme measures. This raises important questions about the culture within Daystar and whether it fosters an environment of fear rather than faith. As Jonathan continues to speak out about his experiences, the community is left wondering what this means for the future of Daystar. This shocking breach of trust may lead to a reckoning within the organization, or it may be overlooked. The placement of a tracker on Jonathan's car is more than just an unsettling incident, as it contradicts the very principles that Daystar claims to stand for. The ongoing conflict within the Lamb family and the Daystar television ministry they built together has intensified significantly over Doug Weiss's role. Joni Lamb's marriage to Doug after the passing of co-founder Marcus Lamb has generated controversy and heated debates among family members about loyalty, leadership, and the ministry's future. Joni's son, Jonathan Lamb, has been particularly outspoken in expressing his dissatisfaction with Doug's rapid rise within the organization. Jonathan believes that Doug's involvement at Daystar challenges the family's legacy that Marcus built and undermines the ministry's integrity. He argues that the focus should be on healing and honoring Marcus's memory, rather than quickly integrating Doug into significant leadership roles. This has left Jonathan feeling sidelined and frustrated, while Daystar supporters are divided, with some rallying behind Jonathan's stance against what they perceive as unfair practices. The public airing of the family's private disputes has raised concerns about Daystar's future and whether it can uphold its mission amidst the turmoil. The situation is further complicated by Doug's growing role as a co-host on Daystar programming, which many see as an obvious attempt to strengthen his position within the ministry. This move has not only alienated some family members, but has also left viewers uncertain about the network's direction. Serious allegations of abuse have emerged from a family retreat involving the Lamb family, causing shockwaves within the Daystar community and casting a shadow over the reputation of one of Christian broadcasting's most prominent families. The retreat, intended as a time for healing and bonding, has taken an explosive turn after the passing of Marcus Lamb. A disturbing incident involving a family member of Jonathan Lamb's daughter has sparked controversy and concern. While the details remain unclear, the allegation of inappropriate behavior has ignited a firestorm of controversy within the Daystar community. Jonathan Lamb has expressed his disappointment and anger, believing that the incident was not properly addressed, leading to feelings of betrayal and fear among family members. This revelation adds further complexity to the already strained relationships within the Lamb family as they grapple with the emotional fallout and the implications for their ministry. Supporters of Daystar are left in disbelief as the story continues to unfold. The notion that a family retreat meant to foster unity and healing could become a backdrop for such serious allegations has many questioning the leadership's integrity. The stark contrast between the Lamb family's public image and the troubling issues behind closed doors raises significant concerns about accountability and transparency within the ministry. The aftermath of these allegations has the potential to reshape the narrative surrounding Daystar. The family must address these serious accusations directly and take steps to ensure the safety and well-being of their loved ones. The incident has opened up discussions about abuse, accountability, and the importance of trust within families and organizations. As the Daystar community closely watches, the implications of this family retreat incident could have lasting effects on the Lamb family. The recording of a private family meeting by Jonathan Lamb has caused a stir within the Daystar community. This dramatic revelation has highlighted the intense tensions within the Lamb family, raising questions about trust, loyalty, and the pursuit of truth. Jonathan's decision to document the meeting, which was meant to address the family's escalating conflicts, has shed light on the inner workings of the Daystar leadership, a departure from the usual closed-door approach to such family disputes. The implications of this exposure remain to be seen as the story continues to unfold and captivate audiences and followers. The recording captures Jonathan's concerns about the direction of Daystar and the changes following his father's passing. He confronts Joni about financial decisions and the influence of her new husband, Doug Weiss. The tension is evident as family members grapple with deep emotions and differing perspectives. For Jonathan, the recording serves as evidence to validate his claims and shed light on what he believes is a troubling situation. The revelation of the secret recording has sparked strong reactions among Daystar supporters, with some applauding Jonathan's courage to expose the truth, while others express disappointment at the breach of trust within the family. The act of recording a private meeting has added a layer of betrayal that many find hard to overlook. As the fallout continues, the question remains whether the Lamb family and Daystar can mend their fractured relationships, or if Jonathan's decision has irreparably damaged their unity. Additionally, Jonathan's claims of being denied a leadership role have been revealed in a shocking disclosure. The recent statement made by Jonathan Lamb has caused a significant stir within the Christian community. Jonathan has publicly claimed that he was denied a leadership role at the Daystar television network, a position he believes was rightfully his. This shocking allegation not only raises eyebrows, but also sheds light on the deep-rooted tensions within the Lamb family as they navigate the aftermath of their patriarch's passing. Jonathan, the son of Daystar's founders, Marcus and Joni Lamb, insists that his father had intended for him to assume a significant leadership role after his death. However, he argues that the plans changed following Marcus's passing, leaving him feeling sidelined and disillusioned. Jonathan claims that instead of honoring his father's wishes, the current leadership, primarily led by his mother Joni and her new husband Doug Weiss, has shifted the focus away from the family's legacy, leading to feelings of betrayal and frustration. This claim of being denied a leadership position has sparked a firestorm of debate among Daystar's supporters. The organization's integrity and decision-making processes are being questioned due to Jonathan's assertions, which contrast with Daystar's public image as a united family ministry. This raises concerns about transparency and accountability as Jonathan continues to voice his discontent. The implications of his claims are significant, leading to speculation about a potential split within Daystar or the possibility of the Lambs reconciling their differences. The situation is further complicated by the influence of Doug Weiss, who has risen to prominence within the ministry, potentially contributing to Jonathan's exclusion from leadership discussions. Daystar supporters are grappling with conflicting emotions, admiring Jonathan's courage to speak out, but also worrying about the potential fallout for a ministry that has touched countless lives. As the family drama unfolds, the questions remain: can the Lamb family heal, or is this the beginning of a larger rift? The termination of Jonathan Lamb, the vice president of Daystar Television Network, has become a subject of intense discussion. Jonathan's mother, Joni Lamb, the president of Daystar, has shed light on the reasons behind his dismissal. She has described it as a result of failed leadership, unmet expectations, and a breakdown in trust. According to Joni, Jonathan was placed on a performance improvement plan, PIP, due to ongoing issues with his management style and responsibilities. As the vice president, Jonathan was responsible for overseeing multiple departments, including the prayer department, but he allegedly failed to address critical concerns raised by the department heads. This mismanagement reportedly led to the loss of several valuable employees within the prayer team, a significant blow to Daystar's operations. Joni explained that Jonathan's PIP was intended to help him improve and address these issues. The company had set clear performance expectations for Jonathan, a promising young employee who had joined them with great enthusiasm and potential. However, over the next 6 to 9 months, he allegedly failed to meet those goals, sparking concerns among his supervisors and the management team. Closely monitoring his work hours, the company noticed patterns of unexplained absences and a lack of engagement with the departments he was responsible for overseeing. This raised red flags, and Joni, the HR manager, had been advised to consider terminating Jonathan's employment earlier. However, Joni, known for her compassionate approach, hoped that Jonathan would be able to turn things around and improve his performance. Unfortunately, when Jonathan's performance improvement plan, PIP, expired on November 15th, 2023, the company had no choice but to make the difficult decision to officially let him go. The termination was not taken lightly, as the company valued its employees and wanted to ensure a fair and transparent process. Around the same time, a blogger started publishing allegations about Daystar's leadership, fueling speculation that Jonathan's termination was a retaliatory measure for his potential involvement in exposing internal issues within the organization. This added an additional layer of complexity to the already sensitive situation, raising concerns about the company's reputation and the integrity of its decision-making processes. The management team at Daystar held extensive discussions, weighing the implications of the blogger's claims and the potential impact on the company's public image. They recognized the need to address these allegations transparently and to ensure that the termination of Jonathan's employment was based solely on his performance and not any form of retaliation. In an effort to maintain the trust of their employees, customers, and stakeholders, Daystar decided to conduct a comprehensive internal investigation to examine the allegations and the circumstances surrounding Jonathan's termination. The company's commitment to upholding its values and maintaining a positive work environment was of utmost importance, and they were determined to uncover the truth and address any potential issues that may have arisen. Joni Lamb, the president of Daystar Television Network, firmly denies allegations of covering up abuse involving her granddaughter and other claims about her family. She states that Jonathan Lamb's dismissal was solely based on his performance and failure to meet the expectations set out in the improvement plan. Joni Lamb dismisses the accusations as baseless in an attempt to tarnish her family's reputation, despite the controversy surrounding these claims within the Christian broadcasting community. Joni, a respected community leader and devoted family matriarch, has provided a comprehensive and candid account of the recent incidents that have come to light regarding her family's personal matters. In her detailed statement, Joni has adamantly explained that these events have been taken completely out of context and that neither she nor her husband, Marcus, have ever attempted to cover up or conceal any information. Addressing the first incident, Joni recounts that a family member had accidentally entered a room while her son Jonathan's teenage daughter was in the process of changing her clothes. Joni stresses that this was a genuinely unintentional occurrence, and the matter was promptly and responsibly addressed, with all parties involved reaching a mutual understanding that no inappropriate actions had taken place. Joni emphasizes that the situation was resolved amicably as a simple misunderstanding. Furthermore, Joni has directly addressed a separate incident that occurred in 2020 in which her young granddaughter was reportedly touched by another child during a preschool activity. Joni explains that she accompanied her daughter Susie to the school, where they both diligently reported the incident and worked closely with the faculty to ensure the matter was thoroughly investigated and appropriately addressed. Despite Joni's openness and efforts to provide context, she passionately insists that these incidents have been twisted and sensationalized by a low-level blogger who is seeking to create a false narrative and capitalize on the struggles facing her family. Joni has expressed deep heartbreak and disappointment over the public airing of these private family matters, which she had hoped to resolve discreetly and within the confines of their close-knit community. Throughout her statement, Joni has demonstrated a commitment to transparency and accountability while also fiercely defending the integrity of her family and their reputation. She remains steadfast in her belief that the true facts of these situations have been obscured, and she is determined to set the record straight and protect the privacy and well-being of her loved ones during this difficult time. Joni Lamb, the president of the Daystar Television Network, has been at the center of a highly publicized controversy regarding her alleged prioritization of the ministry over her family responsibilities. The accusations have gained traction, with critics suggesting that Joni has neglected her familial duties in pursuit of expanding the reach and influence of Daystar. However, Joni vehemently denies these claims, insisting that she has always strived to maintain a healthy balance between her professional obligations and her commitment to her family. Joni's unwavering denial of any wrongdoing has only served to intensify the ongoing tensions within the Lamb family. The once revered and influential family, long considered the foundation of the vast Christian broadcasting empire, is now thrust into the public spotlight as the internal strife threatens to unravel the very fabric of their unity. The mounting pressure and scrutiny have taken a toll on Joni, who has described the accusations as a deliberate attempt to undermine her leadership and the mission of Daystar. Despite the challenges, Joni remains resolute in her defense, asserting that both her family and the ministry are being targeted by those with ulterior motives. She has accused her detractors of orchestrating a calculated smear campaign designed to discredit her and tarnish the reputation of Daystar. Joni's unwavering stance has drawn both praise and criticism from the broader Christian community, with some rallying behind her and others condemning what they perceive as a lack of accountability. The personal heartbreak at the heart of this conflict has hit Joni particularly hard. The rift between her and her son, Jonathan Lamb, and his wife Susie has left her feeling deeply saddened and disappointed. Joni has recently opened up about the emotional toll of the ongoing conflict, acknowledging the pain and turmoil that has engulfed her family. As the public scrutiny and internal turmoil continue to escalate, Joni Lamb finds herself navigating a treacherous path, one that tests her resolve and challenges the very foundations of her personal and professional life. The future of the Daystar Television Network and the Lamb family legacy hangs in the balance, as Joni fights to maintain her integrity and her family's unity in the face of relentless criticism and adversity. Joni's family members have made a series of serious allegations and taken various actions that have deeply divided the family and the ministry that Joni leads. Joni described the situation as a profound crisis, one that is second only to the devastating loss of her beloved husband Marcus in 2021. For Joni, this is not simply a dispute over matters of leadership or business decisions, but rather an emotionally wrenching wound stemming from her deep and abiding love for her children and grandchildren. The rift within the family appears to have significantly deepened after Joni remarried in 2023, taking Christian psychologist Doug Weiss as her new husband. Initially, Joni's children Jonathan and Susie were reportedly supportive of this new marriage. However, tensions began to escalate when it was revealed that Doug would be co-hosting programs on the Daystar network alongside Joni. Joni believes this shift in the family dynamics marked a critical turning point in her relationship with her children, as the couple felt increasingly threatened by Doug's growing presence and influence within the ministry. This in turn led them to take various actions in an apparent attempt to maintain their control and authority over the operations of the organization. Joni, a well-known figure in the Christian community, has been forthcoming about the challenges her family has been facing. She has revealed that they have made sincere and concerted efforts to privately address their deep-rooted issues through the channels of mediation and fervent prayer. Despite these attempts to resolve the conflict in a discreet manner, the divisions within the family have persisted and even widened, causing Joni immense personal distress as she navigates this intricate and emotionally charged situation. The high-profile nature of Joni's ministry and her family's prominent role within it has only served to amplify the impact of this crisis, making it a matter of great concern not just for the family members directly involved, but for the broader Christian community that Joni and her ministry serve. The public's intense scrutiny and the immense pressure that comes with being in the limelight have undoubtedly added to the complexity and difficulty of the situation. Joni's transparency in sharing this personal struggle is a testament to her integrity and her desire to maintain open communication with her supporters. However, the emotional toll of this crisis has been substantial, and Joni has undoubtedly found herself navigating uncharted waters as she seeks to balance her personal responsibilities with the demands of her public ministry. The Christian community, which has long admired and supported Joni's work, now finds itself in a position of offering compassion, understanding, and fervent prayer as she and her family navigate this challenging time. Despite repeated attempts by Joni and her family to resolve their differences and reconcile, these efforts to mend the rift within their family repeatedly fell apart. Joni expressed her deep sense of disappointment, betrayal, and anguish when her son Jonathan secretly and surreptitiously recorded a private family meeting, which she considered a deceptive and underhanded act that had severely undermined the trust, sanctity, and integrity of their family dynamics. The public airing and exposure of these intensely personal, private, and sensitive family struggles and conflicts has added immense strain, turmoil, and anguish to an already fraught and delicate situation. The open and unrestrained accusations hurled back and forth, including claims that Jonathan had covered up allegations of abuse within the Daystar television ministry or had mismanaged and misappropriated the organization's financial resources, have further exacerbated and inflamed the raging conflict tearing the family apart. Joni emphasized and lamented that the public exposure and scrutiny of these private family conflicts is perhaps the most agonizing, distressing, and heartbreaking aspect of the entire ordeal. She has always prioritized and cherished her family and maintaining strong, unbreakable familial bonds over the demands, responsibilities, and public profile of the Daystar television ministry that she had dedicated so much of her life and efforts towards building and sustaining. The deep wounds and scars inflicted by this public feud have left Joni and her family in a state of profound grief and despair, longing for the restoration of the loving, harmonious relationships that had once defined their close-knit family. Despite the intense personal pain and anguish she is experiencing, Joni has reaffirmed her enduring, unconditional love and care for her son, daughter-in-law, and cherished grandchildren. She is grappling with the complex realities of the fractured family dynamics, even as she desperately seeks to mend the broken bonds and rebuild the trust that has been eroded over time. The public scrutiny and airing of these intensely private family matters has placed an enormous emotional, psychological, and spiritual toll on Joni, testing the limits of her resolve, resilience, and her ability to skillfully navigate this delicate and profoundly challenging situation. As Joni continues her earnest search for viable solutions and a path forward, she is forced to confront the formidable, multifaceted challenge of restoring trust, repairing the damaged relationships, and ultimately preserving the sanctity and unity of her family in the face of such profound and deeply rooted discord. The stakes are high, and Joni is driven by her unwavering commitment to her loved ones and a fervent hope that, with patience, empathy, and a spirit of forgiveness, the family can find a way to come together, heal old wounds, and rediscover the cherished bonds that have been fractured over time. As she navigates this arduous journey, Joni remains steadfast in her determination to do whatever it takes to mend her family and ensure that it remains her enduring, sacred priority.